Hello there, everybody, and welcome to yet another Transformers TCG spoiler. Anthony joining you once again, and I told you the BFB train is back on. No 3-month wait for the next spoiler this time. And today's spoiler is a bit bizarre to say the least, but it, as always, is interesting in how it functions. But before we begin talking about today's cards, as always, I do want to mention that the beta for BFB is public, and you can help ensure that all these cards are as polished as humanly possible. Down in the description, I provided links to the Bayformers website, as well as the feedback form and the Discord. If you're interested in helping out, go check out the PDFs on the website to find out what cards are currently available for testing, print off some proxies, test them, then either leave your feedback on the forum or join the Discord server if you want to directly converse with all the testers about your findings. Personally, I'd recommend the Discord method just because it's a bit easier to quickly report findings, but if that doesn't work for you, I can assure you they do read all the forum responses. Just do whatever you feel works best for you. Okay, so now that my usual copy pasta BFB beta advert is over, what do we have to show off today? I'll just say it right off the bat. We have 5 characters and a stratagem, albeit I'm not sure 4 of these characters even count as characters, but we'll get into that later. Let's start with the character that we know is a character. Detritus, now with sleek, sexy handling, and yes, that is actually the sub-name. Anyways, what are we working with here? Well, for starters, he's a dual-faction Junkion Decepticon. Yes, I said Junkion. We kind of knew they were coming after BFA's Rabble-Rouser had an ability that gave him extra attack against Junkions, but now we have them in the flesh. Or metal? Wait, does that even work? Anyways, he's a dual-faction character, which means it does invalidate the use of spotlights, but you do get access to all the usual Decepticon tricks, albeit there aren't many Junkion tricks you get access to since a lot of their cards revolve around stations and their 2 keyword abilities. For traits, he's rocking with both truck and melee, so you have team-up tactics, angle moss surge, whipped into shape, and polydermal graft, just to name a few options. For stats, he's a 12-star with a 3-12-3 stat line in alt mode and 5-12-1 in bot mode. So, fairly beefy in alt mode and kind of underwhelming in bot mode, albeit we really don't care about the bot mode stat line for reasons that will make sense in a minute. As for abilities, we start with alt mode. First, each of your road drones has Pierce 1, and you're probably asking, what is a road drone? We'll get to that in a second, but I need to read off the other ability first. When this battles, choose a road drone you own from outside the game that doesn't share a name with a character you have on the battlefield or in the KO area, and deploy it to the battlefield in alt mode. I will say this now, the road drones are important to Detritus' objective, so pulling them in quickly is something you want to do. With that being said, let's talk about the road drones. For starters, each of them are 1-star characters. Don't freak out at that, there is a catch, with piss-poor stat lines. Each of them has a 1-2-1 line except for the Waster drone, which has a 2-2-0 line. And yes, I'm aware that the images on screen show 2 stars on each of the drones. I promise you there actually 1, that was just a recent change. Anyways, each of the drones have the road drone and melee traits, while the Junker and Waster drones are cars, and the Scrapper and Trasher drones are trucks. As for abilities, remember what I said there was a catch about them being 1-star each? The catch is that each of the drones cannot be on your starting team, so you don't need to worry about Quake. Oh wait, you're still worried about pairing Quake with Detritus? Don't be, as each of the drones also has a clause that if they're KO'd, they can't trigger the effects of your characters. Now, these getting KO'd can trigger your opponent's Quake, but you don't get the option to make it happen yourself. And if you think it shouldn't trigger anyone's Quake, period, the problem with that is if that was the case, it would prevent bounties from triggering off of a KO from a road drone, which seems unfair, honestly. Finally, each drone that has an ability that activates when it returns to the battlefield or is deployed. Junker drone is a reprocess, but only for your upgrades. Scrapper is a smelt. Trasher KOs an upgrade with no stars from your opponent's scrap. And Waster moves an upgrade from an enemy to another enemy. So that's the drones, but why exactly do you want to pull them in so quickly with Detritus? That's because when you flip to bot mode, you get to play an upgrade. Then, if you have all 4 drones on the field or in the KO area, you get to combine into Roadmaster Prime mode, a combiner we'll talk about in a second. For now, what options do we have that allows you to activate Detritus multiple times per turn cycle, which is every character tapping and then immediately untapping to end the cycle. Well, anything Brave related does the trick, since his ult mode trigger is when this battles, not when this attacks. But if you do want to attack multiple times to get it off, there are 2 options to help with that I can think of. Nitro boosters, since Detritus has 3 attack in ult mode, and swap missions, which you could use to tap a drone and then just untap Detritus. Also, actually, I have one more idea thanks to Scorp. Heroism allows Detritus to defend and then just pawn the damage onto a drone or something so Detritus stays alive, and it reduces the damage that you're putting on Roadmaster. But what if you want to keep the drones around for a wheel turn or something? Well, we have a strat to help them out. Slice, Dice, and Julienne, which gives your road drones +1 attack for each time your opponent draws 1 or more cards while Detritus is alive. Now, this isn't too significant of a boost, but on a wheel turn with something like Designated Target, it could make a significant difference. Also, for those wondering, why not just have it give +1 for each card your opponent draws? We already tried that, and I broke it by playing 3 Testify, 3 System Reboot, and 3 Disassemble. Note I wasn't playing any copies of Scouting Mission, which is probably the best of the 4 your opponent draws cards, and I still broke the old version. Thanks, System Reboot. And at this point, you're probably thinking, why would I want to give my opponent more cards? First off, I really need to stop reading your mind, and second, let's finally talk about Roadmaster. So Roadmaster is a 16-star combiner with a 721-2 stat line, which is pretty decent overall, and you get pretty much all the normal combiner tricks except for resilience, which is a good thing because Roadmaster does not need that. Trust me, I've played this enough to know he doesn't need that. For traits, he's only melee, so the same melee tricks we discussed earlier are applicable. And for abilities, this is why you want to give your opponent all those cards. When combined, you and your opponent each scrap your hand. Then you draw a number of cards equal to the number of cards your opponent scrapped, and vice versa. So if I combine Roadmaster with 1 card in my hand and my opponent has 5 cards, we both scrap our hands, I draw 5, and my opponent draws 1. So it can be pretty good disruption, but it does have the decent potential to backfire if your opponent is able to keep their hand size low, which is completely possible. But that's not everything with Roadmaster, as when he's KO'd, for each upgrade on him, you get to deploy one of the drones used to combine him, even if Roadmaster is your last character. So basically, it's an oversized Titan Master with extra deploys, but there are at least ways to reduce or eliminate the deploying entirely with stuff like Disarm or Vandalize if Roadmaster's relying on X-Pad or Attack Drone. But singular removal can still help in reducing the impact of that effect, and unless you're down to 1 or 2 characters that only have a few health remaining, the drones probably won't win the game at that point. Now, I understand that was a lot of information to take in, but now you'll get the chance to see Roadmaster in action and to hopefully make it make more sense. So let's jump over to that right now. Okay, so we're here now for a game, and I'm currently having flashbacks to when I started playing Warhammer because they just revealed the new railgun rules for Tau, and 3 instant mortal wounds and a possibility of 10 damage. Yeah, no, that is, I am not ready to reface that trauma. So, I have Naga here with me playing some Thundercracker Exhaust Flame War nonsense. I have Detritus in front of me. Let's see how this goes. Naga, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ready? And I need to delete this that Tank had out earlier for something. And rolling the dice.
I hear Vince McMahon plays Tau.
I got a rock. Bill.
Because you're fired.
I got 7. Sure, I'll start.
Ready? Ready? I'm drawing.
Drain 1.
Also exhausted with no beacon. Interesting.
Yeah, flip Flame War.
Okay.
And then we'll send Exhaust into... what is Shock Blast? Shock Blast is a 2/9, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Shock Blast. Why not?
Ready? Going into 4.
5 PS1.
I'll take the 1.
Kill.
I'll draw for turn.
What do you?
I am going to... I'm going to Scouting Mission Detritus and draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put an Energon Axe on him.
Ow.
Mm.
And then let's send Detritus...
How are you playing the Energon X?
Oh, right. Duh. Sorry.
Oh, dude, I was so gonna let that slide.
Okay, so do you have any upgrades in the scrap? You have one.
I have a
but
Scoundrel's Blaster.
it doesn't really do a whole lot. I'm just gonna deploy the Junker drone.
And what's that one?
It's the one that allows me to reprocess an upgrade on my side.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go in, and we're going in for 3 Pierce 1.
Oh, cool. Looks like I'm taking one. Boom.
Anyways, your go.
Cool. Draw card. I'm gonna flip up Thundercracker.
Yep.
Keep rolling. What?
Play a steady shot onto Flame War and send Flame War in.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and check your scrap pile quickly. You know what? There's an Energon Axe in there. Let's go ahead and deploy the Trasher drone and KO it.
Okay.
Going into 4.
Taking 6.
6 into 4, I take 2.
Alright.
Energon got axed.
I will not pick up that dissymbol. I'll draw for turn. Do I? So let's actually flip Shock Blast.
So what does he do when you flip him?
Reveal the top 2 of your deck, please. Kindly put both of those on the bottom of the deck.
Okay.
Doesn't matter the order.
Okay.
And then let's go Laser Cutlass. And Scouting Mission Shock Blast to draw 2. And then we'll send Shock Blast in after Exhaust.
This game is so weird.
Oh, nope. 4 Pierce 3. Or 4 Pierce 4, excuse me.
4 Pierce 4. Take 4, go to 5.
Alrighty. Your go.
Drop steady shot for revving up. Draw a card.
Also, I'm not sure if I already mentioned this, but we're only playing one game due to the fact that I want to try to get this out on the Thursday this is being uploaded. That was for the audience.
Cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
So.
Thanks, Hawkhammer.
Bill, why?
Thank you, Hawkhammer.
I don't even know anymore.
I'm gonna play Revving Up.
Yeah, it's a card.
Thundercrack has +1 until end of turn.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip Thundercracker down and I'm gonna do 2 damage to the Junker drone.
Junker drone is KO'd.
Junk.
And we're gonna attack Shock Blast.
Attacking Shock Blast.
5 Pierce 1.
5 and I'll take the 1.
Okay.
And I will draw for turn. So let's go Laser Cutlass on Night Racer, and then Opportune Offensive Night Racer.
Bleh.
Then let's flip Shock Blast, and we each draw a card.
Cool.
And then let's send Night Racer into Exhaust. Going in for 3, 4, Pierce.
Oh, you're f***ing kidding me.
7, Pierce 7. Oh, is he alive?
7.
How the hell did you flip all 3 of the... Wait, why do you have 3 of these?
Because I like having 3 of them. I'm alive on 1.
But, thankfully, Detritus gives my Road Drone Pierce 1. You're tapped out. I go into Exhaust. Also,
Yay.
I am going to pick up that disassemble for a handheld.
Yep.
Going in for... Yep, I got the Pierce.
Yep. Oh, sorry, tough one. No, we don't need those. No, we'll drop Energon Axe, actually, for a Scoundrel's Blaster.
Alrighty, and then we will untap, and it is your go.
Oh, I'll draw a card. That also untaps.
Opportune Offensive goes away.
Yes.
You get that shit out of here. Play Dire Autobots die onto Flame War.
It's a plus.
And then send Flame War into the drone.
Going into 3.
Ah, have 5.
That's dead on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
Let's flip Shock Blast. Show me the top 2 of the deck.
Palm
Both of them
and
on the
Opportune
bottom. Both of them on the bottom with the field comm on the very bottom.
on the very bottom. Okay.
And then we'll play a Team Up Tactics to heal 2 from Detritus.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll put an Energon Axe on Detritus.
Mm-hmm.
And let's punch Flame War, and we'll pull in the Waster Drone.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then going in for 6 Pierce 4.
Well, take 4.
And it is your go.
Alright. Draw a card. Play Scoundrel's Blaster into Thundercracker.
Alrighty.
I will play a Riving Up.
So +1.
Flip Thundercracker and do 2 damage to... He's a ranged drone.
Oh, he is. Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'll do the 2 to Detritus.
Alrighty.
And then attack Detritus.
And I will pull in the Scrapper Drone, and you get to scrap that.
Mm-hmm.
Going into 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Pierce 1.
Yep, I take the 1. And I will draw for turn.
Oh shit, what am I doing that?
This is a problem. This is a massive problem. I'm gonna play System Reboot.
Okay.
That's definitely an escape hatch in this deck.
I'm just gonna flip Detritus. I will not play an upgrade, and then I will combine with a grand total of 8 damage on me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I currently do not have the full Roadmaster Prime Mode art in TTS, so it's just a hodgepodge of the alpha art, the lines for the actual art, and then the actual art at the bottom.
Yeah, 4 damage from the drones that were KO'd.
Yep. That's
There was
8.
4 damage on Detritus.
Oh, okay.
So that we each scrap
Mm.
our hands and draw 4 more.
Okay.
Where was this 5 minutes ago? Anyways, let's just throw a Nitro Booster onto oh, wait, that doesn't work. That doesn't work!
Is he too buff?
Yeah, he's 4 attacks.
He's
thanks
too
to
buff.
this Dead for Hire. Let's just start swinging. Let's send Roadmaster into Thundercracker, who has +1 defense thanks to barrel rolling ability. Going in for 9 Pierce 4.
Block 5, take 4.
Can that be 10?
10? Where that? Oh, you're right. +3. So yeah, 10.
Take 5 instead.
Alrighty, and then we'll send Shock Blast into Thundercracker.
Go.
Going in for 4 Pierce 4.
9.
And then
Shock Blast did not skip Arm Day.
Night Racer into Thundercracker. I have the Pierce 3 to kill.
Yeah, cool. I'll concede.
Okay, so that was the Roadmaster, I guess. That went surprisingly differently compared to the previous 2 games I've tried to record for this. But hopefully you got a sense of how Roadmaster plays, and hopefully you get to try it out here soon. Maybe in a tournament. I don't know. Check the description. Anyways, that will do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that. I know I said that there wasn't going to be any more videos before the highlight reel video tomorrow, but whatever. That's going to be the last video of 2021. And then again, the 2-week break for the first couple weeks of January. We'll be back midway through January, and we'll just keep going with the usual Friday video schedule. So that will do it for this video. Peace out, y'all.
Bye!